Welcome back to the Valencia save here on FC26. There is actually not long left to go here in the season. This is the third to last episode, if everything goes according to plan, of the season, not the save. We will be pushing into season 2 once the first season ends. Osasuna, Deportivo, Alavés, Real Oviedo and Sevilla. Our opponents today will be Depor at home that we'll be simulating. And then we push into April, where we've got quite simply a straightforward fixture list there as well. And then we head into the month of May, where things are a little bit more difficult with Atleti, Bilbao, Sociedad and Barcelona. We have Barcelona on the last day, so we hope to high heaven we don't need any points on the final day, because I'm probably not going to get them. Hugo Duro is on his way back to full fitness, but he's not quite there yet. So we'll have to play at least this first match day without him, but things in general are going pretty well. My Valencia shirt has arrived. So we can now wear the Valencia shirt in the Valencia videos as opposed to wearing the Palace shirt in the Valencia videos. Yes, fully aware this is last season's kit. This cost me £45 online as opposed to paying £85 for the current Valencia shirt and then paying postage and potentially import taxes as well from the club in Spain. So didn't really want to do that. And quite frankly, this is probably better than any of the kits that they currently run at the moment anyway. I love a black and gold kit, as you'll find out in the... Oh no, you won't find out in the realistic RTG with Cambridge, because they don't have third kits in FC, do they? Sad noises. Maybe on PC we can edit in a third kit. I like the sound of that. I'd also like the sound of Valencia qualifying for Europe this season. We currently sit 6th in the table. We are 3 points behind Betis, 6 points outside the Champions League spot. So, of course, as you can see there, Atletico de Madrid have a game in hand on us. So I don't think we're going to be qualifying for the Champions League, but we might be able to qualify for the Europa League. So we hopefully can get ourselves up into 5th spot today if we're lucky. And no better place to start than game day number 1. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save, of course. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any more content. And do come and join me on stream as well. We stream on Twitch and I know on front page, but today we're not. But normally we stream on YouTube too. Today's the Twitch front page day for those of you that are watching the VODs back. So we're having a great time over on Twitch at the minute. Hopefully you guys will continue to enjoy the stream, those of you that are here with me live now. Let's go and play Osasuna. Right, Osasuna have Herrera in goal. They've got a 5-back, including Luke Shaw at left centre-back, by the way. Luke Shaw in Spain at Osasuna. It's a 5-3-2. And Richarlison up top for Osasuna as well. Don't know why. You presume they're permanents. They did have Geraldo Becker up top with them at the beginning of the season. Richarlison must have joined Osasuna in January. Wasn't aware of that. They're actually 9th in the table, so it could well be quite a difficult game, this. But we are in some pretty good form at the minute, so hopefully things will go our way. And the keeper very nearly made a terrible mistake by not getting a great punch on that. We've got an unbelievable 4-0 win against Villarreal in the last game that we played, so we're in good form and hoping to keep that going today, if we can, as long as possible, with some more favourable opponents. And on paper, some slightly easier fixes. Get there first, lift it. Oh, ha ha! Lift it over the keeper and into the back of the net was the plan. It didn't go to plan. Alright, this is quite the dominant start to this fixture thus far. So we'll keep that going as long as we can, and hopefully the goals will follow. Luca Beltran with a lovely turn. But not a lovely finish. I could maybe have squared that. Felt confident enough that Beltran would find the target. I was mistaken. Abel with the delivery. It's not a bad cross, actually. That was moving in the air and the keeper didn't clear it very well, but Catena's shot was about as good as Javier Puedo's a moment ago. Pepelu Gaia, there's a space through that gap if he can slot it through, and he has done so brilliantly. Fran Garcia's in the box here, and this time I will look to square it, and Puedo gets the nod ahead of the defender, sneaking in across the defensive player from his blind side over his shoulder. 14th goal of the season for Javier Puedo. First goal of the game for Valencia, and based on the balance of play in the opening half an hour or so, it might well not be the last one either. Defender's got his back to Puedo, and quite frankly, I think just doesn't know he's there. Javier sneaking in, and our January signing bags again. Beltran looking for Puedo. We will go 1 and then 2. And Diego Loco! Oh, what a save. Diego Lopez looks to bury it. I could have squared that, but the man that was with me was actually stood basically in exactly the same spot as Lopez. Can we win this header? We can, but Potomo can't get it on target. We look likely of adding to our current scoreline at this moment in time. Right, that's not gone well. And away properly, please. Deary me. Keeper trying to clear it. Punted it basically as low as hip height. So the... Oh my lord. Can you imagine if that had gone in and ended up with an equaliser for Osasuna? Aguirre Zebala. Don't do that again, please, mate. Deary me. Triple change for us in the final 10 minutes or so to try and hold on to what we've got. I say 20 minutes or so, actually. Thought we were in the 79th. We're not. We're in the 80th. Trying to hold on. We're in the 70th. Trying to hold on to what we've got. And if they're going to continue to shoot like that, we will hold on to what we've got. Tobias has come off the bench here, and we've changed both deeper midfielders with Sanchez now on and Agrinic alongside him as well. And here is Agrinic with quite the strike from the edge of the box on his left foot. That was travelling. I thought Agrinic was right-footed. He is right-footed. He's just got a 5-star weak foot now with all the training we've been doing. Agrinic is quite the player, actually. And if Pepelu didn't have the potential that he does, I'd probably play other players in front of him over playing the Spaniard. But at the minute, trying to get Pepelu to grow as best we can. And to do that, he just needs more and more minutes. Jose Gaya, I've overrun that. Jose Gaya, ever reliable at left-back. As an inside-forward left winger, though, maybe not quite so. Well in Agrinic, and that's exactly why. He's better than Pepelu. More physical, faster, more agile, and in general, just a better, deeper midfielder. Again, doing the business. Now here's Fran Garcia. Now he's got the pace. He's in on loan from Real Madrid. Got the support arriving. Tuck it back. Oh, it wasn't necessarily meant for Beltran. I was looking for Javier Prado. And that's been the issue in this one. We could probably have had 2 or 3 in this game at least if it weren't for my poor final balls in the final third. But it is my first game of the recording session, so I'm going to allow myself a little rustiness. And if we're still able to get the win, then we'll have to be happy enough with it. And as things stand, we are still going to get the win, he says, as they cross the ball in and Richarlison gets a header on goal, but it was a poor one. Gaya, I'll just keep up. I'll just keep hold of the ball now. I'll just keep hold of the ball now. Garcia. Puado. Garcia's going again. Little back heel here could be quite fancy. Puado. Beltran. Tried the little cheeky through ball. That'll be game. We're going to get the 1-0 win against Osasuna. I definitely can play better, but the result was as good as it could have been. So we'll take the 3 points and be very pleased with it. And hopefully Betis have dropped points as well. So the next game is at home against bottom of the table Deportivo Alavés, who actually played particularly well against us when we played them earlier in the season. And I might go as far as to say they actually held us to a draw. It was one of the earlier games. They did indeed. Look, on October the 18th, they held us to a 1-1 draw. It was when we were in a bit of a lull of form, actually. We lost to Villarreal there by 2-1. Of course, most recently, we beat them by 4-0. So we definitely are a better team than we were back then. I'm actually going to rotate the team quite significantly for this fixture, purely because we expect to get the result. Hugo Duro is back available again, which is great news for us. I'm going to give Tobias a game at right back as well. I'm going to put Capete in to centre-back for Diacabe. And hopefully we can just get some extra fringe players, some more football. I'm going to put Danuma in on the left-hand side as well for this one as we quick sim it. And we should win it because they're not very good. Of course, we've lost it by 3-2 against the side at the bottom of the table. Fantastic. Note to self, maybe don't rotate quite so heavily for a game like that. I would have thought that the team we put out would have been significantly good enough to beat the side that so far at that point have only won 3 of 26 games. Now they've won 4 of 27 and are still 10 points from safety. That's typical commentator's curse and very classic FC, isn't it? Right, okay, well, we'll go and play Real Oviedo next away from home. And they're in the relegation zone, but certainly this one should be hopefully a bit more straightforward. Woodman? Freddie Woodman in goal for Real Oviedo. Wow. Things you didn't expect to see. Up top for them is Forez. Is Santi Cazorla on the bench? He's not. At least he's not shown there. Dendoncker at centre-back for them as well. David Carmo here too. I presume Santi Cazorla didn't retire at the end of the last season in real life, but he may well have done. I don't think so. I think Santi Cazorla is still playing for them. Regardless, they're not a great side. They've got some decent players. David Como is certainly a capable centre-back. Here away from home against the side that are in the relegation zone. Let's win this one, shall we? The fullback's out of position, and now Javier Puado, actually now our top goal scorer, I think, since joining the club, has the ball in a decent position. Montiano just working this about, trying to find the free space to get the shot on goal, which Javier Guerra now has, but it's a good save by Freddie Woodman and cleared away by the defence. Right, this is building well. Javier Guerra looking for Hugo Duro through the gap. Pepelu inside to Montiano, looking for Javier Guerra. We'll go around that gap to Diego Lopez, who gives Valencia a 1-0 lead. That was a very well put together move that I'm very pleased with. We are in front. Diego Lopez with his 11th goal of the season. He's going to be 83 rated very soon. Biggest grower of the save so far, and certainly one of the better players. Playing quite a tight press here, aren't they, Oviedo? Everyone that gets possession is soon closed down by someone in a blue shirt. That is going to open up space elsewhere if they get it wrong. Can we win this header with Pepelu? You're damn right we can. And Montiano with a great ball over. What a save by Woodman. Lovely ball over the top, but Woodman's down low very well indeed to stop us from taking a 2-0 advantage. Lopez will deliver the corner. We could get underneath this with Boyomo. We'll tuck this back to the edge of the box here if I can to Heavy Guerra. It's sat up nicely. They really should have let that go for the goal kick, I would have thought. Oh, it's Boyomo though. Oh, I tell you what, that's worked really well, but the turn on the edge of the box doesn't quite come off for me. All right, 1-0 only as we approach half-time, but a second goal looks more likely in this one than it did in the game against Osasuna, that's for sure. Nicely done. I see the run, and he's going to be onside because that defender was slightly poorly positioned on the far side, and Diego Lopez grabs his and our second, and this time we have sealed the result. And Rahim Al-Hassan, who's just given the ball straight away to Diego Lopez. Duro spread it out to Javier Puado. Barcelona just taken a 2-1 lead against Sevilla in the 87th minute. What a whip that is. So Barca trying to keep the pressure up on Real Madrid at the top end of the table. We're not quite involved in that La Liga title fight yet at this stage of our Valencia career, but we are involved in the fight for European football, and a third goal here will do very nicely. Goal difference, though, if you remember, isn't massively important in La Liga. It's done on head-to-head before it's done on goal difference. But at the top end of the table, quite likely to draw with opposition, or one beats one and then one beats the other. So goal difference could well be important, but it's not the go-to factor in finishing above someone else. But a third goal here against Oviedo will do us no harm whatsoever. That's a very solid victory, and I'm pleased to get back to winning ways after the frustrating defeat there to Depor, who are holding Villarreal thus far to a 0-0 draw. Occasionally, Deportivo Alavés pop up with the shock result. They are known to do that in real life as well. Still training Montiano. Target forward 13 weeks. Let's get that done and him up another rating as soon as possible. Puado's actually going to say something like, thanks for playing me. Thanks for all the first team chances. Proud of you, mate. Thank you for all the goals you've been scoring. Sevilla next. Sevilla with Nyland in goal. Gadelli at the back is their captain today. Mendy and So in midfield. Januzaj on the right-hand side and Alexis Sanchez through the middle again. We obviously want to get payback on Sevilla if we can. They beat us 2-1 in the league last time we played them. They beat us 2-1 in the Copa del Rey as well to knock us out of that competition. And they've been one of the most difficult sides we've played against all season, outside of the obvious Real Madrid-Barcelona duo. So I really want to get a good result here. And Diego Lopez, who's in the form of his life right now, having the season of his career right now, hasn't given us the 1-0 lead right now. However, a moment later, he might help contribute to it. Luca Beltran. Nice little turn, looking for a whipper. Straight into the hands of Nyland. Alfon. Right. So, that one's on the goalkeeper. Chris has just subscribed, but this roar from the Sevilla crowd is so loud he can't even hear the Twitch notification. their captain, has won this header, but why on earth has the goalkeeper come to try and Superman punch that? He makes so many excellent saves, Aguirre Zebala, but, and it is a big but, he has the odd mistake in him. That's third or fourth goal this season that's been caused by that goalkeeper making a terrible decision. 1-0, Sevilla. Greenwich and Gaia. He's beaten his man very well. And Hugo Juro gets this out wide here to Puado. Will deliver a ball into the middle. And Luca Beltran wins the header, but can't get it beyond the keeper. Edge of the box. Oh, that's where that was supposed to go. Edge of the box. Into the box. Juro be onside. Straight at the keeper. Come on, mate. Find the corner. Right, we should have at least one goal in this game from either of those two chances. I can't believe we haven't. Javi Guerra's going to break again, is he? No, he's just held his run. Juro's going to need support. Here it is arriving out wide from Puado again. Back inside, a Greenwich. I'm going to go Javi Guerra. Then in here to Beltran. And Neelan in goal makes a good save again. Oh, mate. I can't believe we haven't scored that. Oh, no, we've hit the post! Brilliant header. Correa. No, I just can't. I can't bring myself to shoot from there. First time cross here, looking for Hugo. Judo! Now we've bagged with a header, and what a header when it comes. I thought he might have been offside when the cross came in because he was beyond the defensive line. That is the best header we've scored on FC26. I think it's only the second or third header we've scored on FC26, but it's still very good. First time cross is brilliant, but Juro up against two defenders. Oh, I'm so glad that headed goals are a thing this year when they absolutely weren't on 25. What a header that is, by the way. We're level! Vamos! Oh, what a cross. What a clearance! Sal on the hot... Oh, strike on the first time headed clearance off the line. Diving header, I think it was, from a header from the corner that was surely destined to go into the back of the net. Prado just trying to get away from all the defenders, which he's done brilliantly. Two in the middle there to try and get it to. Little flick. Ah, it's not quite going to work. We've hit the bar. We've hit the post. And we've had a goal line clearance. Sevilla are the first proper bogey team in this save thus far, it seems. Doesn't seem to matter what I do. I get the ball under. I can't get the ball under control. Doesn't seem to matter what I do. I cannot find a way through to beat them. Slightly lucky there. That was rubbish though. Yanazai. Oh, it's a lovely reverse ball to Alexis Santos. Well held. Brilliant save by the keeper. Oh, I tried to just lay that off and that's really backfired. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, Sevilla, you are official bogey team status now. Peque makes it 2-1 Sevilla. And that is not deserved on the balance of play. And great. Have we got so many men around the ball and still can't seem to get anywhere near it? Yanazai driven in. Greenwich gets there. And the break is potentially on. Oh, Santos' heavy touch. Oh, no. Well in. We're into the 90th minute. Needs to happen now. Oh, my God. Sevilla. Well, we've played Sevilla 3 times this season. And on every single occasion, we've lost by 2-1. We hit the bar. We hit the post. They cleared it off the line. We just could not find a second goal against them. Full-on first bogey team of FC26 status for Sevilla. It's the Madrid derby right now, which will be hotly contested, I'm sure. And we started the day in 6th, and it seems like we're going to end the day in 6th. But we find ourselves 2 points behind Bilbao now. And crucially, 7 points clear of Sociedad. So we are comfortably in a European position right now. And only 2 points outside of a Europa League spot, which we'd very much like to achieve if we can. We have Bilbao left to play, and Atleti, and Barcelona, and Sociedad. So we've got significantly difficult games on the horizon. Celta are our next opponents, and they're not going to be very easy to play against either. We drew 0-0 last time we had them. That's Hugo Duro upgrading a bit. Sanchez is going to say thank you for playing him. Good. Proud of you, mate. He's been unbelievable. Such a good player. Really didn't expect that from a free agent to just come in and massively hit the... currently no... What? No managerial jobs? There definitely are. Bournemouth and Leeds are available in the Premier League. Regardless, we're not thinking about moving anywhere at the moment in this save, other than up the La Liga table, which hopefully will happen in the next episode. Thank you for watching this one. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on any more, and I'll see you in the next one.